In 1983, two legendary traders, Richard Dennis and William Eckhart, had a massive argument. Dennis believed that great traders could be grown, that trading was a skill anyone could learn with the right rules. Eckhart disagreed. He thought great traders were born with an innate gut feeling for the market. To settle the bet, they started an experiment that would change Wall Street forever. They took a group of regular people, a security guard, a bartender, even a professional Dungeons & Dragons player, and gave them the keys to a multi-million-dollar fortune. This is the story of the Turtle Traders. Richard Dennis was already a legend. He turned $400 into $200 million. During a trip to a turtle farm in Singapore, he famously said, "We're going to grow traders just like they grow these turtles." They placed an ad in the Wall Street Journal seeking applicants. Over 1,000 people applied. They weren't looking for math geniuses. They were looking for people who could follow instructions and handle high-stress situations. In the end, they chose 14 turtles. The training only lasted 2 weeks. Dennis taught them a strictly systematic approach. No gut feelings, no listening to the news, and no second-guessing. They were taught that the market is a sea of noise, and the only thing that matters is price action. They were given a set of rules and told that if they broke even one rule, they were out of the program. So what was the secret sauce? It was actually a classic trend-following system based on Donchian channels. They used two main systems. System 1, short-term buy when the price breaks above the high of the last 20 days. Sell when it drops below the low of the last 10 days. System 2, long-term buy when the price breaks the 55-day high. Sell at the 20-day low. The logic was simple. If a price hits a new high, it's likely to keep going. They weren't trying to buy the bottom. They were buying the breakout and riding the wave until the trend died. The real genius of the turtle system wasn't what they bought, but how much they bought. They used a variable called N to measure volatility, known today as average true range or ATR. If a stock was very volatile, they bought a small amount. If a stock was stable, they bought a lot. This ensured that every trade carried the exact same amount of risk to the total portfolio, usually 1% or 2%. They also used pyramiding. If a trade started winning, they would add more to the position. They were aggressively right and quietly wrong. Imagine being a bartender handed $1 million of someone else's money. The pressure was immense. The turtles were taught to be mechanical. No ego. If the system said sell, you sold, even if you felt it would bounce back. The drawdowns. The hardest part was that this system lost money 60% to 70% of the time. They would have months of small losses, waiting for the one monster trend that would pay for everything and more. So who won the bet? Richard Dennis did. Over 5 years, the turtles earned an aggregate profit of over $175 million. Some of the most successful turtles went on to manage their own billion-dollar hedge funds. The experiment proved once and for all that trading isn't a mystical gift. It's a repeatable process. This story isn't just a piece of Wall Street history for me. It was the turning point in my own career. For a long time, I thought trading had to be complicated. I thought I needed more screens, more complex indicators, and more insider knowledge. But the story of the turtles stripped all of that away. It taught me the most important lesson I've ever learned. Trading doesn't need to be complex to be profitable. All you truly need is a sound, logically based strategy that provides a statistical edge, combined with the discipline to execute that strategy faithfully. Once I stopped trying to outsmart the market and started focused on faithful execution, without getting emotionally involved in every tick of the candle, everything changed. It was that shift from guessing to systematic discipline that finally helped me turn the corner and become a consistently profitable trader. You don't need a multi-million-dollar account to trade like a turtle. You just need a plan and the cold-blooded discipline to stick to it. Most traders fail not because they have a bad strategy, but because they have a bad operator. Are you ready to stop being an emotional trader and start being a disciplined one? Let me know in the comments, and hit that like button if this story inspired you, and subscribe to join our community of disciplined traders. I'll see you in the next one.